welcome to Family History with Chris, or Family Vacations with Chris, however you want to call it. We are now in Glasgow, day 6, and we're turning around right now, so I don't think you can see anything. I was going to go out the back so you can see a little better, but they had that closed off. Okay, so yesterday I went with the kids to go see dogs and stuff like that. Well, it was more of a history tour about Northern Ireland. So they did take us to a pub and a bar and tell us about the potato famine and how bad things have been for Northern Ireland until the past 20 years. So they've had a rough time, and the history that he took me through is like, hey, I've been alive through some of that, so that's kind of interesting. Not the potato famine, but other stuff. And I do apologize. I got sunburned really good, and so it looks like I need a lotion, so my wife says. Yeah, you can't see that anymore. Darn it. City's on the other side now. So, but today, my wife and I are going to go do, I think it's Glasgow on Your Own or something like that. One interesting thing is, we are able to go out near Stirling, and I do have a family member, Benjamin 5. He lived out there in Clackmannanshire or something like that, which is actually kind of close to Stirling. So kind of cool, kind of fun. So anyway, since you can't see anything, I guess we'll just catch you next time. Thanks. Bye. Okay, welcome to Glasgow, Scotland. This is the other side where I could not show you. And actually, I think I took these from my room. Not a whole lot to see. It's just what there was. What we did was got on a bus, and it took us out to Falkirk. This is the Falkirk Wheel. My wife and I got to come check this out.
100 years, the 1700s, when canal building was all the rage. People in Glasgow thought it would be a good idea if we could build a canal from Glasgow across to Edinburgh. And because Glasgow was synonymous with engineering, it was the engineers that planned out the canal. This canal became what we call the Forth and Clyde Canal. It started not far away from where the ship is, just down from Dumbarton Rock, and it headed eastwards. About 20 years later, the people in Edinburgh cottoned on to the same idea, that it would be a good idea if they built a canal and the two canals joined up. So they started the Union Canal. Only they done it in a different manner. Instead of using engineers, they just had a look at the map and they found a contour line and traced that contour line from Edinburgh all the way into the city, and they literally just followed that line on the map and built a canal there. The two canals met in a place called Falkirk. The Union Canal from Edinburgh heading west, and the Forth and Clyde Canal from Glasgow heading east. Falkirk is almost the middle section. It's about 35-40 miles in each direction between Glasgow and Edinburgh. When the two canals met, they discovered that there was a slight anomaly in that the Forth and Clyde Canal was 111 feet lower down than the Union Canal. So what they decided was that they would need to build a third canal, which was a big circle over a mile in diameter, and that joined the Forth and Clyde up to the Union. Worked out all right. Took the canal boats about a day to go around this 1 mile circle because there was something like 16 locks involved in it. Things were all right up till the early 19th century when the railways came in, and basically the railways took over the transport of goods that the canals were used, and the canals fell into disrepair. The railways were the death knell for the canals. It wasn't until the year 2000 to the millennium that it was decided that something should be done to celebrate the millennium. And the idea was that we would open up the two canals for leisure rather than for business. But this 111 feet was going to be a problem because the 1 mile diameter canal had been filled in, built over, wasn't in use anymore. So the idea of the Falkirk Wheel came into being. Various different ideas were used as to how they would go about it when it was made. Some people thought of just a big Ferris wheel with a place for a canal boat to go in. The wheel would just turn, lift it up. They thought that they could actually maybe use the design of a ship's propeller, 3 blades, which meant you could move 3 boats at one time. And what they actually settled on was what we call a Celtic axe, which is like a double-headed axe. And basically, it looks like a letter S. The idea being that it can take 2 boats. One boat goes in the bottom, one boat comes in the top, and it just turns through 180 degrees.
So the Falkirk wheel is based off of the Archimedes principle, and if you don't know that one, it's any body completely or partially submerged in a fluid or gas experiences an upward buoyant force equal to the weight of the fluid it displaces. This principle explains why objects appear to weigh less in water and why some float and while others sink. In essence, if the buoyant force is greater than the object's weight, it will rise and float. If less, it will sink. So this is Copilot's answer for the Archimedes principle, because it's like, I know it. So really what they do is they have 2 boats, and I was looking for the names, I couldn't find them, but one of them was named Archimedes, and that was the boat that we were on. So basically, what happens is they got people in one boat, and it's like up here, and then they get the other boat right down here. There's a bunch of water with it, so it doesn't matter how much the boat weighs, the water will be displaced, and so it will be equal. Therefore, the wheel can turn, and it's quiet, and it's actually pretty cool to watch. I'll show you.
Where to the elevators on just check it's working.
headed calls.
Pretty good feat of engineering right there.
Yeah.
They got a stationary gear that a smaller gear is spinning around to move it.
Yeah, this is where they actually met. We came in like down this way. The visitor center's over here, and so you got the fourth and the other. Yeah, Fourth and Clyde Canal is this one, and then you had the Union Canal up here, and so our tour was, we get on the boat, go through the wheel, go up this way, come back down. Well, let's see. There's a tunnel here, and that was kind of fun. Go through the tunnel and stuff. We come out to this part, and then we go back and then do it again. And then while we're on there, they're saying, "Hey, look for the kelpies." So, yeah, this was our tour guide, and I don't know why I didn't take any video of him. He was a character. And honestly, it's those tour guides that are characters that really make the trip. So, it makes things more enjoyable and stuff like that. So, he did a good job, I thought. This is inside the Archimedes. Yeah, and as you can see, it says that right there. I was kind of hoping that they'd have the name of the other one, but no, they didn't. So you get up, and we're going up. They're like, "Hey, look at the kelpies," and I think these are they. And I do have a video, and I'll show you at the end. They're 50 foot high. They talk about the kelpies. Let's see if I can find something on the kelpies. Kelpies in Scotland. Yeah, 50 foot high horse statues is what they got. Kelpies, they believe those to be like sea horse, horses of the sea or whatever. And so anyway, let's see. The name was chosen by Scottish Canals at the inception of the Helix project in 2005 to reflect the mythological transforming beasts possessing the strength and endurance of 10 horses. The kelpies represent a lineage of heavy horse of Scottish industry and economy, pulling the wagons, plows, barges, and coal ships, and shape the geographical layout of the Falkirk area. That's from Wikipedia, so I thought I'd let you know.
The Shire horses that we used to use before the petrol engine came into being, and in particular Clydesdales. This area was quite famous for producing champion Clydesdales. There are two heads. The original ones were only 6 feet tall, and it was decided that they would scale them up, if you like, and the ones that we will see here are now 100 feet tall, and the way something like 30 tons each. They're made of stainless steel frame, and stainless steel sheeting on the outside. But the best time to see them is either when the sun's shining or just before it gets dark at night, because they have lights that they play on them, and there's multicoloured lights, like purples and blues and greens and what have you, and the lights change colour, and it's quite something to see. A bit distracting. They're only 6 feet high. The originals are actually at the base of these two. You can actually go inside them, get a tour up inside them.
There you go.
Yeah.
And these belong to
Get on over.
Scottish.
So, from there, they took us on to Stirling. So, as we were coming in, I was just taking pictures of the architecture. I don't remember why I took this picture, but I guess the building looked cool. There must have been something to it. Okay, we get there, and I've been looking for the TARDIS. Okay, this is not the TARDIS, but it looks like it's a way to go to the Ministry of Magic. So, therefore, that's why I have that picture. This is walking downtown Stirling. It was lunchtime, so we were going to go find lunch. And we found, I think we went to a place called Blue Lagoon. Had to have fish and chips because, that's what they have out there. And before I got my food, I've thought of fish and chips, it's like fish and french fries and stuff like that. And the fish I get are, rather small, maybe like 5-6 inches. These were huge. So I got two, one battered and one breaded or something like that, and I could not finish it. It was just a lot of food, and it was really good. I mean, it didn't taste fishy at all, and just good. Okay, so we were on our own, didn't know what to do. I did find a Warhammer store out there, but I didn't take any pictures because I was so involved with oh wow, this is so cool. Got to go there, but as we were walking around, found some memorials. And because this is, family history with Chris, talking about family history, memorials is, this is one way to find names and things like that. So, in proud and grateful memory of men of Stirling who gave their lives in the war from 1914 to 1918. That sounds like World War I. At the ongoing down of the sun and into the morning, we will remember them. An everlasting memory of the men of Stirling who gave their lives. That's what it says down there. So, just going around, they have a bunch of statues and things like that. This one, I think the other side, there's a sword or something that says Evermore. And I took pictures of the names. So this is, for anybody who's watching, I don't know if this will help, but, I'll read the last names. You got Abercrombie, Adams, Atkin, Alexander, Anderson, Arnott, Ashwood, Atun, Bain, Baird, Baker, Balfour, Barry, Battison, Barcher, Beaton, Begg, Bell, Beveridge. Is that Beveridge? Yeah, that's Beveridge. Beveridge, Bishop, Black, Blair, Blenny, Boland, Bremner, Brisbane, Brock, Brody, Brooks, Brotherhood, Brown, Brownlee, Bruce. So I'm thinking these are the names of World War I of people in Stirling that gave their lives. So Bremer, Buchanan, Bernie, Burt, Burns, Kearney, Calder. Now see, I know a Calder out here, so I don't know if there's any relation there. Caldwell, Calvert, Cameron, Campbell. I was kind of hoping that I'd find something, somebody's name that I knew. There's Chisholm, Cherry, Christie, Clark, Clyde, Coleman, Comrie, Conway, Cook, Cooper, Copley, Kosar, Counter, Cowan, Cowie, Coyne, Crab, Crawford, Creighton, Crow, Collins, Cully, Cummings, Cunningham, Gunnis, is that Cunnison, Curran, Cuthbert, and I apologize if I mess up or I miss a name or something. You can see this. Davidson, Davy, Dawson, Denovan, Derek, Dewar, or Devlin, Dick, Devine, Dixon, Doherty. So I had an Elder Doherty on my mission, so I don't think it was spelled that way, but anyway. Downey, Drummond, Drysdale, Duff, Duncan, Evans, Ewing, Fairley, Falconer, Ballman, Farmer, Ferguson. Knew some Fergusons out in Tooele. Find Ladder, Finn, Fisher, Fleming, Ford, Forrester, Frame, Fraser, Crew, Fife. See, this is the closest I think I got. It was like possibly Jasper Fife, it's Jas. Care, but this is FYFE. I think my Fifes are FIFE. Call, Callaway, Kevin Kimmel. No, this is G's. I'm sorry. Galloway, Gavin Kimmel, Gilmore, Gilliard. I don't even know. I'm not going to try. Kirvin, Goldie. No, these are still C's. I'm sorry. Corden. So maybe that's Sink or Kink or something. Corley. Cram with a C. Wow. Craver, Grieve, Cracker, Quinn. EFG. No, maybe those are G's. I am sorry. Gilmore, Gilbier, Gwyn. Because now you got the H's. Haldane, Hall, Hardy, Harley, Harris, Harvey, Hodden, Healy, Heaps, Hefferton, Henderson, Hendry, Hislop, Hodge, Hood, Howitt, Hunter, Humphreys, Irvin, Jackson, Jameson, Jeffrey, Jenkins, Johnson, Johnston, Johnstone, Jones, Kane, Caney, K, Kelly, Kemp, Kennedy, Kerr, King, Kinmoth, Kinnard, Kirkpatrick, Lade, Lambert, Laurie, Lawson, Lucky, Lees, Leach, Lenny, Leslie, Layden, Lindsay, and I wonder now ooh, hey, there we go, Lindsay, Livingston. Okay, next one. Oh, more. I don't know if these are the same ones or if it's a different one. Adams, Anderson, Arthur, Hawken, Begg, Benny, Booth, Alfred Booth, Bradley, Brody, Brown, Cameron, Campbell, Canning, Carr, Cohen, Coyne, Cumming, Curry, Davy, not with an S, Devine, Dixon, Dilger, Douglas, Drummond, Duff, Fleming, Ferguson, Finlay, Fleming, Fraser, Gavin, Glancy, Glenn, Goldie, Good, Gordon, Guthrie, Gwyn, Hamilton, Hawthorne, Henderson, Hill, Hogg, Horsburgh, Hunter, Irving, Johnston, Johnstone, Kane, Kenny, Kirkpatrick. I'll have to look at these again a little closer because I wonder if some of them are like the same names. See, there's the sword. I thought it was pretty cool. Architecture was pretty fun. I think I got another picture in there. Oh, look at that, more names. You got the L's. Lockhart, Lorimer, Low, Lyle, Mocker, Mockery, Mackinson, Mackin, Mann, Marshall, Martin, Matheson, Mehmet, Menzies, Milgrew, Miller, with an AR, Mitchell, Thomas Mitchell, Moyer, Morrison, Moyes Muir, Mulhern, Monroe, Murphy, Stuart Murphy, McAdams, McAllister, McCollum, McDonald, McEwen, McFarlane, McGregor, McInnes, McIntosh, a lot of MCs here. McKay, McKean, McKenzie, McLeay. Some of these I just can't read. I hope you can read it. McMillan, McMaster, McClucky. That's cool. McNaughton, McNeil, McQueen, Nielsen, Nisbet, O'Brien, O'Connor, O'Donnell, O'Liver, O'Neill, Orr, Parker, Patterson, excuse me, Porter, Proudfoot, Quinn, John Rabbit, Rainey, Reed, Renrick, Richardson, Riddick, Ritchie, Robertson, Rogers, Ross, Roy, Russell, Sanders, Scobie, Scott, Shanagan, Sharp, Shearer, Shield, Shore, Simpson, Sinclair, Skays, Smith, Snedden, Stack, Stevenson, Stewart, Sissoms, Swan, Taylor, Teasdale. Now, I'm going to let you know, I'm sorry, I'm not getting all the names, and every name is important. And Tetzel, Thompson, Thorburn. But yeah, just trying to go through as quickly as possible. I figure, you know, if you want to pause the video and look at it, Turnbull, Valentine, Vass, Waddle, Walker, Wallace. Like there's John Wallace and William Wallace. And, I don't know if that's the William Wallace, because you got a William A. Wallace and a William Wallace. You know, people talk to. I think that could have been on this bus guide where they were talking about William Wallace and, you know, places he's been and stuff like that. So we are in Scotland. Watson, Wells, Walsh, White, Wilson, Winters, Wood, Wright, Young, even a Zeller, and a Yule. Okay, moving on. More names. Lockhart, Lyon, John, McAndrew, Macbeth, McCall, McDermott, McDonald, McCowan, McGregor, McIntosh, McKenzie, Mackey, McLaren, McMahon, Menemy, Martin, Robert Martin, Millers, Mitchells, Moore, Morgan, Morrison, Muir, Munich, Murray, Neil, Nilsson, O'Brien, O'Connor, O'Rourke, Parker, Patterson, Petter, Penman, Philbin. No, that's Philiban. Sorry. Pitblotto, Rab. Some cool names, you know. Ricketts, Rippiner, Ritchie, Robertson, Roland, Ross, Ruff, Roy, Russell, Sampson, Samwell, Scott, Sharp, Sinclair, Sloan, Smith, Snadden, Summary, Speedy, Spencer, Stocker, Stark, Stevenson, Tennant, George Tennant, John, Todd, Turner, Upfold, Waters, Yor, White, Wilson, Wingate. Okay, moving on. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool, you know, seeing memorials and stuff like that, all the names. I was looking for names that maybe looked familiar. I'm really not sure. So anyway, I thought this building looked pretty cool, you know, with the turret and things like that. So I took a picture. This is, you know, going back. We're not in Stirling, not in Glasgow, but going back to the port. There was a castle. This is a castle, or they said it was. really small. So honestly, castles do not have to be grandiose and stuff like that. But there were castles all over the place. And then they had a picture of this, or they statues of this. I thought that was cool. I mean, statues all over the place. Okay, recap. So British Isles cruise. We started down here, Southampton, somewhere. Yeah, right there. Came around out to Cove or Quirk. Went up to Dublin, and then let's see. At Northern Ireland, we went up to Northern Ireland. To let's see if it brings up somewhere out here. Yep, because see, we went out to Londonderry or Derry and saw some sheep and stuff like that. Went up to Greenock. That's where we were not. I'm sorry, the first part I thought I was in Glasgow because that's what they were saying, but they stopped in Greenock. We headed out to Glasgow, and then I know Falkirk was here. So then we took a ride out to Falkirk, and that's where. And notice Edinburgh is over here and stuff. So yeah, they have the canals going straight across. Middle was Falkirk, where the wheel is. Then they took us up to Stirling. Now, if I had a chance to go see Doon Castle, this would have been it, because it's only like 15 minutes away or something like that. But no, we didn't do that. But I guess that's okay. I'll just watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail to see Doon Castle. So anyway, that's where we were, back out here, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.